Hello, people of the interwebs. I know it's been a while since the last time we talked, and since I posted my last videos, I've had lots of people saying, Jeff, why don't you teach me something new? You know, why don't you show me this? Why are you so pretty? And I don't know the answers to those questions. But what I do know the answer to is that I can teach you how to do something that is quick, it's easy, it's fun, and it's absolutely amazing. My last thing that I taught you guys how to make was the Skittle vodka. I've decided to stray a little bit away from the booze and teach you something else that I love, which are brownies. So today I'm going to teach you how to make Tattoo Terry's magic brownies. This is Tattoo Terry's recipe for magic brownies. I'm not going to go through it bit by bit with you. This is it. So if you want to pause the video now, write it all down, do all that kind of stuff, good, you're done. That's all you're getting. Okay, I'm going to make half a batch, which is not on the card. What is on the card is a full batch. So if you are watching this and trying to follow along at home and you are confused as to why it says put in 4 eggs and I'm only putting in 2, half batch. Okay, so what you want to do is you want to start by melting some good semi-sweet baker's chocolate along with a couple sticks of butter. And what you're going to get is you're going to get a nice, hot, chocolatey bath. You have to make sure that you do it on low heat, because if you do it on high heat, you're going to burn your chocolate, burn your butter, and it's going to taste like crap. Once everything is completely melted, you want to pull your pot off the stove, move it over here to the non-hot section. I want to turn off our heat so we don't burn anything. Okay, we're going to keep mixing it up a little bit. The first thing that we dump in after we have it all melted is our sugar. So we're going to dump in our bowl of sugar. And that's when our chocolate first starts to get kind of thick. So you want to make sure that you get it all in there. You don't want any white sugar, any white clumps or anything like that. So if you have a couple big balls like that, just make sure that we get them all out of there. A lot of people will tell you that when you're baking it doesn't really matter, or when you're cooking it doesn't really matter what you're using. I'm a firm believer that that is an absolute and total lie. I'm a firm believer that the better quality products you're using, the better quality your product is going to come out. I use 100% organic sugar. I like the way it tastes. I like the way it melts with the hot butter and stuff. So that's my suggestion to you, is to use the 100% organic sugar. The next thing that we're going to do is we're going to put our eggs into our mix here. The thing about the eggs is you have to add them one at a time. You can't just dump in 4 eggs and just go to town. You have to put them in one at a time and make sure that we are mixing them thoroughly into the chocolate. It's very important. Too much egg, if it doesn't get mixed up all the way, it won't sit right in your brownies, and your brownies will get gross. So we put in 1, egg number 2, and again, just make sure that we're really mixing those eggs up well. Another thing that I like to do is I like to use a wooden spoon. Some people I've seen use a wire whisk or a plastic whisk or anything like that. Don't use a metal spoon. I think the metal spoon actually gives the brownies a little bit of a metallic taste to them, and that's no good, so you don't want to do that. Alright, so we've got our eggs in. You can see now we've kind of lost that sugar look to it. Now it's sort of got this glossy look to it. Now that we've done that, we're going to mix in our flour. Okay, flour again. I like good high quality. I use Kingsford flour. I don't know. It's a high quality flour. I like it. I think that it blends a little bit better into the chocolate than like the Walmart brand cheap flour. This is the hardest part to do. It's also the hardest part to do while I'm filming. It's where it starts to get really thick and actually starts to look more like the brownie batter that you get from your boxes in the stores and things like that. But it's worth it. So take a second. You got to make sure that it really gets in there. You don't want any white stuff left. You want to make sure that if you got any up on the sides, you want to get all the white flour out off the sides so that it mixes in fully. Scrape the bottom of your bowl. You want to make sure that you're getting all the butter and everything off the bottom of your bowl. And then just before you're finished, you want to take your little bit of vanilla that you have, and we're going to dump the little bit of vanilla in. The vanilla is important, but you don't want to use too much. I don't care if you think you like vanilla, if you want your brownies to be more vanilla. Too much, just a little bit too much, can completely ruin them. So we're going to mix that all in. You have to mix that in good because there's so little of it that you want to make sure that it gets all the way through the entire brownie mix. Okay. So once your mix is done, it should look like that, which is basically like any other brownie mix that you buy at the store at Walmart. You want to take a glass pan. Your glass pan can be about this size for a half batch, or the big 19 by 13 or whatever it is for a full batch. What you want to do is you want to make sure that you are lining it with tin foil. It helps to get the brownies out later, because these are gooey, fudgy, delicious brownies. They are not super cakey, so if you're looking for a really cakey, like fluffy brownie, this isn't it. But if you're looking for a brownie that's going to taste great on a sundae, covered in ice cream and hot fudge, this is the brownie for you. So what you want to do is you want to pour it all into your greased up pan. Make sure that you get it all out of there, because it's all worth it. You don't want to lose anything. Okay? I'll set you down for a second while I get the rest of this out. I always use a plastic spatula, a silicone spatula, to get the last of it out. This is the only time I really use the silicone spatula for this. You can use it to mix it, but I feel like the silicone spatula doesn't have quite enough rigidity to it to actually mix all of the brownie stuff up. So that's why I use the wooden spoon as opposed to the silicone spatula. Once you have your brownie mix completely out of your pan and into your delicious glass pan, it's going to look like that. You want to open up our oven, and we're going to put the brownies into the oven at 350 degrees for about 30-35 minutes. You definitely want to do a toothpick test on these brownies. If they come out too gooey for you, if they come out too wet, you want to definitely make sure that you put them back in for another 5 minutes or so. You don't want to overcook them though, because if they overcook, they get kind of hard and gross. But undercooked, it's like eating weird fudge, and it's not tasty. So make sure that you cook them the right amount. Like I said, do half an hour, then do 5-minute increments from there on out, and do a toothpick test. But that's it. When they come out, you got delicious, amazing brownies. My suggestion is eat one hot right out of the batch after they've been sitting for about 5 minutes, and it is probably the best brownie you'll ever have in your life. But feel free to share this with people, share it with your friends, make your brownies. In all actuality, you saw how long I made it. It took me to make this. It took 7 minutes from the moment my chocolate was melted, and that's the part that takes the longest, and that takes all of about 3 minutes. So it takes about as long as it does to make your out-of-the-box Walmart brownies, but trust me, they taste 100 times better. So I hope you guys enjoyed this instructional video, and I hope I can give you something else real soon.